And here we are. Welcome, everyone, to another show of the workshop. I try not to use the word episode, but it sounded weird anyways. Number 254. It's my last workshop today. I'm very emotional. Been listening to Adele all day.
Oh.
Do not recommend. That was a bad idea. Yeah, what was I going to say? So with me, I have Elner and EJ. Elner, where are you located right now?
I'm in Toronto right now.
Toronto. What about you, EJ?
I'm in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
North Carolina. And my name is Victoria Blair. I'm your host. I'm located in Montreal right now. Before we start, I just have to make sure that everyone knows that this is a comedy safe space, which means we can say whatever we want to say with the intent of being funny. And you in the comments as well, you can say whatever you want to say with the intent of being funny. It's the opposite of a safe space. Okay, we're trying to find the line between, funny and offensive and whatnot. So sometimes we cross it, and I think that's okay. And on that note, the way it works is that Kevin or Scott gave us a very random topic. We wrote 3 to 5 minutes on it each. And we're going to present it to each other and give feedback to each other. And then we're going to do the same thing with our own material. Does anybody want to start?
Sure.
Or do I?
I don't mind. Yeah.
I could start. Yeah? All right.
Ladies first if you want.
I'll start.
Okay, boom. It's your night.
I'll set the bar real low for you. All right, let's see. Let me pull it up here because I'm going to be reading from it. This is always a good sign.
No, me too today.
Yeah. So my topic was photos. So no, photographs. Photographs was my topic, but I use photos. It doesn't matter. Photos are fun to take. I love taking photos and putting them on Instagram. And now I can't because of the pandemic. The only photos I can take is of my slippers or a book of poems or something. If I ever go outside and I see something beautiful, I can't really share it. If I did, I would have to use hashtags like hashtag shame, hashtag breaking curfew, or hashtag worth the COVID. And I think taking photos for Instagram is what I miss the most about being outside. There's nothing like Instagram to motivate you to go to the top of that mountain and take that well-framed photo of a sunset. And then what do I do with all these sunset photos? I schedule them to be posted at 6 a.m. with the caption, morning meditation with a beautiful sunrise, hashtag good vibes. Meanwhile, I'm sleeping off that food poisoning that I got from that Chinese place that got me food poisoning the last time. But there is more than one way to lose 10 pounds. And then living healthy is for suckers, in my opinion. The healthy lifestyle is a lie perpetrated by big yoga. I love taking selfies. And I don't have a selfie stick, which makes it really hard to take a good photo of my butt. I have to basically put all my weight on one shoulder. And I can't put my weight on one shoulder anymore. Last time I took a good butt pic, my shoulder popped right out. And the doctor said that when an ass like that, it's just going to keep happening. He didn't say it in these words. He was being professional. He said, it's very unwise to put all that weight on one single shoulder. It's the same thing. That's what he meant, Anyways, that's my journey. And that's why I can only take photos of my boobs now. And it's been really hard. My following was mostly ass men. So I lost a lot of followers on Instagram. And now I'm working on getting my hashtag front twerk trending. It's not working out. But that's everything I have on photos. Photographs.
Very nice.
Kind of clap because I'm holding the phone in my hand.
That's okay.
Otherwise we'll get the echo. It looks weird.
What did you think, EJ? Oh wait, Kurt is here. Hello,
Sick.
Kurt.
Nice.
How's it going?
Hello.
Hi, Kurt.
We can't hear you. You're not plugged in, I think.
Not
He's
yet.
got all the equipment.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, EJ, what did you think?
That was great. Yeah, I like that. I like the saving the Instagram or saving the sunset photos for the morning and trying to pull them off as sunrises. I didn't arrive at a line for this, but it'd be funny if you got called out for the sun rising in the west. I don't know what the land is like where you live.
Yeah.
But like in California, if the sun's over the water, you try to claim that's a sunrise. So you could have like a funny excuse for that. If you were to get called out, just some absurd excuse you might come up with could be funny.
Yeah.
I really like the taking ass pics, ass selfies. I thought it might be funny if you're trying to get flexible just to take ass pics, if you're like taking yoga classes, or I don't know.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that. Like maybe all those yoga Instagram models, they got so flexible just to take photos of their own asses.
Yeah, it could go either way. It could be you're trying to get flexible just so you can take the ass pics, and there could be a misdirect there where it seems like you're taking yoga to get in shape, but really it's just to get better at taking pictures of your ass now. And then, or it could go the other way where what's getting you in shape is all the stretching not from yoga, just from taking pictures of your ass.
I can really bend sideways really far.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're so much more flexible now. Have you been going to the Y? No, ass selfies. And then I like the front twerk. That's funny. The taking photos. I like the switching from ass to boobs just because it's too much of a pain to take pictures of your ass. I was trying to think of something there where I don't know. I had something and now I'm losing it. But something, just keep working, keep writing on making that switch. I think that's really funny. I think there's more there.
Scott says, "What would the yoga position dog with worms look like?" Probably like, I don't know. It's like ass to the floor or something. Eleanor, what did you think?
I was gonna. First of all, I liked your set. I think this is the funniest of the sets that I've seen you do.
Thank you.
Which is great. So with big yoga, I like the big yoga. I like all the other jokes that AJ was talking about too. But like big yoga, you can plug in Bikram and how he's kind of rapey and all molesting.
Oh yeah.
And then the front work was a good hit. And also, I was thinking you can connect the boobs with the sunset sunrise photos, so you can have like a whole, on the background and everything.
Yeah.
And probably on EJ's thing, maybe like if you're gonna go and play with that sun, which sun the sun is rising or setting, you can get a filter that does like the reverse, so it flips sides, and it kind of solves that problem.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that would be funny. Like I made my own filter.
Yeah, just for this. Just for being lazy to wake up in the morning.
That's good.
Yeah, that's all I have for that.
Thank you. All right, and Kurt, you probably missed this. That's fine. Are you muted? You're muted now. You mute.
There.
There you go. I can hear you.
Yes, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, I missed it. I just heard all the feedback. I'm like, oh, I missed an interesting bit.
That's good. So next, we're gonna have Eleanor. Eleanor, are you ready?
Okay. Yes, let's do it.
All right.
So, cool. So my topic was fork on the road. Basically, in life, we often hit forks on the road, and they lead us to strange places that we might have not expected. when I was 18, my fork was kind of simple. I either get a job washing dishes or I join the army. So the first option looked interesting. The benefits could be you cut your hands on glass, you have your feet wet all the time, and you smell like the garbage disposal in the sink. Great options, but I decided to go with the other one, which also had some weird attributes. So the first thing you think about is, go and join the army, be all you can be. But actually, what you do is hurry up and wait. And if that's not fun enough, you also learn some skills that are completely untransferable. For example, how to clear fuzz off your beret, or how to throw grenades, or how to shoot a mortar. I'm sure some of you might think those are interesting skills, but nobody knows how to use them. And what actually ends up happening is you lose all taste in action movies. I can't watch any more action flicks at all because they don't count the bullets, apparently. The next big fork after I got out was a little bit more calm. And it had maybe a clearer choice. So the choice was maybe going into higher education or sticking around the Middle East and maybe joining ISIS. So this time I explored only one of the options. So I ended up obviously not going the ISIS route, even though it did have its benefits. For instance, I could, get in on the ground level, be on the fast track for leadership, leverage my past experience, which would have been hard anywhere else, and then plant some seeds, to grow for the future. But we all know nothing grows in the Middle East because it's a desert. So I just decided to go with the higher education route. Let's see where it got me now. That's it. That's all I have.
Thank you. That was good. What's hurry up and wait?
It is a small niche market. Like, basically, whoever served in the army will know immediately what I'm talking about. Like, they always tell you like to run, and like wait for hours. So you just
I see.
you're always in a rush somewhere, and then nothing happens for days.
I see. I guess that could be transferable to like doctor appointments or something.
Yeah, I just had like a few, and I like shot them all and saw if it hit. Because I almost took it off because I'm like, people are not gonna. I gave it a shot.
Yeah. Good.
I got it. I know what that means. My dad says that to me all the time when we're doing work. Just work. No, nothing army. I didn't even hear that from the army. Just like I wasn't in the army, and hurry up and wait was just like, from where I am, I hear it often enough. So, just like mockingly, it's like, hurry up and wait, get over here, sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found it relatable. I knew what it meant. So.
Cool. So yeah, hopefully it's. I guess it spreads right other places.
Yeah.
Okay. What is some other comments?
The ISIS route, that was funny. That you could have went to ISIS. Maybe something about how like it would be easier than getting a higher education.
Yes, that's a great idea.
It's like a paved road for you. Like it's just everything's.
Yeah, pass fail.
Yeah. And then I don't know why, but throwing a grenade and like the mortar thing, I really wanted you to find something that I know it's not transferable skill, but I wanted you to find something that is transferable because it's so violent.
I tried.
Like,
I tried. I thought
playing
about it.
fetch with your dog. I don't know.
How your past experiences can be misunderstood on a resume. Mortar experience, and then they hire you for bricklaying.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's a good idea.
Or it's like throwing hand grenades. I heard one person, he had a thick accent. He was saying pomegranates, except he kept on calling them hand grenades. It's like pomegranates. He was mixing up the English. That's a real stretch, though. I mean, that's a real stretch.
In Russian, there is no difference. It's the same word for both.
Pomegranate and grenade.
Yeah.
I guess a palm fruit, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah.
there would be some really funny mix-ups in Russia. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. EJ, what did you think?
Yeah, I really liked the non-transferable army skills. It's funny to think about. One thing I thought would be potentially funny is to contrast that with doing dishes, because that was your fork in the road. It'd be funny if your decision looked like, well, learning how to do dishes, that's not going to help me later in life. And then you go to the army and you learn how to like throw grenades, and operate a flamethrower, and then you I had that thought too. If you end up still doing dishes in the army,
That's a
that'd
good
be
one.
funny, especially if there's some truth to that. Or it'd be funny if then you do end up, you come back from the army and like you're at a dinner party and they ask you to do the dishes, and now you don't know how to do them, and you're trying to apply your army skills. I couldn't make a connection, but like if you did learn how to throw a flamethrower or use a flamethrower in the army, and then you end up at a dinner party at your in-laws, like, can you do these dishes? And you're like, I don't. Are these crumbs flammable?
Yeah.
Using Hops 9 to clean straws.
Like the creme brulee.
Hops number 9. It's that gun oil.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I thought, just the idea of getting in on the ground level with ISIS was funny. Just coming at ISIS at the angle of like talking about it like you're interning at a lame office job, or working your way up from the mailroom. There's just something funny about mixing those two, and I think you could do something funny with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Someone said, oh, sorry. Someone said dishes or dig dishes. Either way, I'm dead inside. Dishes. Yeah.
That was Yoshi.
How do you know?
I'm looking at the feed in Facebook.
Okay.
For where you were, where it's like that's being in the Army's ruined action movies for you. You could say it's like they never keep track of the bullets, or it's like you go into a thing about how everyone calls cartridges bullets, or how they mix up magazine and clip. Everything's a clip when it's a magazine. Just knowing you know the gun terms now instead of the ignorant view, and now it's like it's ruined it for me.
Yeah, I had like 10 of those. I was a shooting instructor, so for me it was like everything is pain when I watch them. So I was trying to find the most relatable thing that other people can understand.
Yeah. Maybe when heroes like they pick up the grenade to throw it back or something, you could say like, you never do that. Like, why would you do that?
There's a lot of those things. Like Bruce Willis is a lefty. It's a thing. Like lefties need a whole different gun. They can't pick up somebody else's gun and start shooting. It's all fucked up. But
what? Really?
Yeah,
the brass
like scissors.
It's super, super different. But then you see it like, but that's what I mean. Like it's gonna be hard to understand. Like I'll try to figure something out that's more kind of.
I fired lots of right-handed guns left-handed because I'm left-handed, and there's always like the brass flying in front of my face. It's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because it ejects out the side, so you're holding the gun like this, and then the brass is coming out across your face when it ejects out the out the feed.
I see.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Someone said internship at ISIS, where my presentations get broadcast to the world. You would get a lot of exposure. But yeah, does anybody else have any other feedback? Oh. Otherwise, we're gonna move on. EJ, do you want to go next?
Sure. Yeah. All right. I feel like I say this every time, but apologies for being underprepared, and this is gonna be a mess. All right. I had the word directions. So here we go. All right, I'm very grateful for my kids. Since having my son and daughter, I feel so much less alone because now there are 2 other Asians in town. Yeah, I'll be glad when they grow up and I'm not the go-to for all things Asian. Like this guy asked me recently how to get to Chinatown, I was like, man, I am bad with directions, but I'm pretty sure Chinatown is my place. I travel alone a lot because one of my hobbies is having no friends. And whenever I travel, I try real hard to look like a local. I guess because I don't want anyone to know I'm boosting their economy. But I'll try real hard not to look like a tourist, and then mostly that involves like not walking around with a map. But I'll also dress like a local, and I walk real fast. So it looks like I know where I'm going. It works a little too well because a lot of people will ask me for directions, and it'll be to something super basic like the ocean, and I'll be like, I have no idea. I just got here today. And they're like, your shirt says Miami, born and raised. Sorry, buddy. Giving directions is funny though because it lets people know what you're into. I'll be giving directions to a vacationing family with young kids, and I'll be like, "Well, you need to take a first right after Horny Pete's, and you'll know you've gone too far if you see if you see Nipple Parade." Those are supposed to be strip clubs. All right. Driving can be tough for me sometimes because I cannot multitask at all. So if you distract me even for the tiniest bit, I'll start missing turns. I'm just used to driving to, from home to work and back. So if you start talking to me in the car, we'll just end up at my work. Like we can be on vacation in Brazil, and if you ask me a tough question, we'll end up back in my office in North Carolina. Let's see. There are YouTube videos for everything now. People think I'm multi-talented because I can fix things, cook, fold origami. I'm just good at being told what to do. I think that's a joke. All right. I don't like telling other people what to do though. So I'm all about equality, and I'm a total socialist. Like I feel strongly that everyone should have a fair share and have a fair say. And that's a bad way to go when you're a single dad to a 4-year-old. Like, I'm not usually for dictatorships, but that might be a decent option when your household populace only votes for cotton candy and never going to bed. You can't throw vegetables, like you can't throw eating vegetables out there as a proposal and give your toddler the floor because they're always going to filibuster. All right, that's all I got.
That was really good. Thank you.
Nice.
I really love that. Like now, there's 2 more Asians in town, and I thought it'd be funny if you went in a direction of like, if they, because like you must get that like people will ask you like, oh, do you like broccoli? Do you guys eat broccoli? Or like, do you do this and that? Because they want to know like what Asians are like. But since it's your family, you guys all have the same answer. So it'd be like you're perpetrating stereotypes that are just your family.
Yeah.
Like
great.
Asians love turtlenecks, or something that doesn't make any sense.
I like that.
And then the single dad to a 4-year-old, the way to get him to vote on things, of course, is propaganda, right? You have to use propaganda tactics. And maybe you're like reading 1984 to get like tips, parenting tips. I don't know.
Yes.
But that was really good stuff. Eleanor, what did you think?
I liked it. I liked your flow. I liked your rhythm and stuff. I like the parts with the strip clubs, but I kind of like you can kind of see it coming. So I would just throw them like right after each other. I think like you can just shoot them like bang 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 bang. Maybe come up with a few more. Yeah, like when you said I'm bad with directions, I was really thinking it's gonna go to like don't ask me for driving directions, but then you kind of played that out. You took it away and you brought it back afterwards, and then Yeah, not being a tourist or not looking like a tourist, not taking like selfies like this. Oh, hold on, where's the V thing? I'm trying to figure out. Not doing these. I don't know what the thing is called, but I have only seen Asian people ride those things where it's like it's not like a hoverboard, but it's like a skateboard. The thing that Mike Tyson fell off of.
Oh yeah, there's little hoverboards. Yeah.
It's like one of those things. I've never seen anybody but Asians do it successfully, so I don't know. Oh yeah, you were talking about like following instructions really well. So you can be like, IKEA loves me. Everything like I buy everything from IKEA. They invite me to focus groups. Like they want me as I'm their best customer because of yeah obviously. That's all I have.
Great, thank you.
What about you, Kurt? What did you think?
I thought it was pretty funny. I like the part where it was like you're saying that you feel out of place in your town or something. It was at the beginning. You feel out of place at your town, and that you like that there are more Asians coming in, and it ended up being your kids, right?
Right. Yes.
I thought that was weirdly enough. I had an experience like that because I had went up to Alaska and I grew up in a very multicultural city, and I was a minority. And when I went to Alaska, everyone was white, and I felt weird. It was like an opposite, but I mean, it's I like that that whole thing where it's like you felt strange in your town there.
Thank you.
The rest of it was pretty. It was really well paced. Like you said, you didn't prepare, but I mean, it sounds like you prepared. Unless you're just really good at this. So I mean, like
he's just really good. He always does it.
It went really well. Like, I mean, your jokes were all really good. Like they had a good punch at almost the end of every sentence. So I couldn't think of too many things to add to it.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, very kind.
The hoverboard that Mike Tyson fell out of is a Segway, I think. And someone said we're now the only Asians, Mexicans, and depending on some part of town, the only black people too.
These are all Yoshi. I don't know why his name doesn't show up.
That's because funny. It's like he has to log into StreamYard for his name to show up on StreamYard, which is where we're broadcasting from. Broadcasting? Streaming.
Doesn't matter. All the same.
Yeah, what's the difference? Someone at home is like raging right now. Kurt, are you ready?
Yeah, sure. I could go here.
Yeah.
My word was this. Sorry, it was nervous breakdown. So I had to do something about that. I had to manufacture a nervous breakdown. Okay, here I go. So I'm at home on lockdown now. My wife's all about the redecorating. It makes me a little bit nervous when I see her in a room in a catatonic state, and she just says, "Honey," because it's never really followed up by "You're wonderful," "Let me rub your back," or "I love you." Right? It's usually followed by "I found these wonderful paint chips," "Move this furniture until you break your back," or "I love this Pinterest idea." For you single people out there, it's like your friend. He calls you up and says, "Hey, buddy, can I ask you a favor?" It's never like you want to go out for a beer, and if you don't end that conversation very quickly or change the subject, you're going to be helping that guy paint his house, move his furniture, or help him build a shelf that his wife found on Pinterest. So she says, "Honey," this particular time, because she's imagined the most perfect way to decorate the house. So perfect that it's going to be featured in How to Torture Your Husband periodical. But I know it's coming, right? So I say, "Dear, I don't have a job, so we have no money, and I can't buy your stuff for you." Now I think I've won this, and I can't buy her materials, paint, or divorce furniture. IKEA. But as I make my escape, I hear, "No, honey." And that's enough to give you a nervous breakdown. because that means she's planned for you to say that. It's like if you think that you're safe in your car, and then the killer pops up in the back seat, you know. So as soon as she says that, she says, "No, honey, I wasn't going to buy anything. I was going to revamp all of our old things." And as soon as I hear her say revamp, like, I know I'm done for, right? You see, it's a sickness. It's called revampatosis. Is anyone familiar with that? It's hear me out. Women are twice as likely to get it. They exhibit more severe symptoms, as far as we know, and it's fatal for the husband. There are interventions, but the one administering them ends up sleeping on the couch, and it only aggravates the patient's symptoms. You see, like when a man buys a chair, he sets it down in a room and thinks to himself, good, and he'll sit in that chair the rest of his life. But when a woman sees that chair, she has to reupholster it. When a man buys furniture, he arranges it in a room. It's all furnished. He looks around and thinks it's good. But he'll never think of moving that in his room ever again. The woman walks in and she says she needs to refurnish it. See, like when a man paints a room, he thinks it's good. There's no wear and tear on the walls. The paint could last for centuries. The woman walks in and repaints it. To me, this is the reason why I think God is a man. He did things. He saw that they were good, and he didn't touch them again. If God were a woman, all the animals would be changing looks every day. This week we're going to be doing bears with scales. Let's try penguins in the grassland, and give the humans an elephant trunk. We'll try something new next week. But I'm serious. It's a sickness. The revampatosis is serious, and there are 3 phases to this disease. First, phase 1 is planning. She's got you measuring spaces, measuring furniture, comparing paint chips, drawing floor plans, checking FreeCycle, consulting Pinterest, asking your opinion, as if that matters anymore. Moving on, you're just a tool at this point. Phase 2 is doing. Moving the bed, the other side to the other side, building the popsicle stick shelf, reupholstering the couch, putting the bookcase in the basement, bringing it back up. Now it's in the basement again. Now on the top floor. Hang these pictures next to it. Now take them down. Put them back to where they were, but more to the left. To the left. And now paint the same room 3 times, each a different color. You think you're done. And by all means, it should be, because phase 3 happens after all is done. But phase 3 happens after everything is done. Her eyes roll back. You can see that. You can just see the whites, and she's foaming at the mouth at this point. And you're thinking, is she possessed? No, she's not. She's reformatting for another go. It may be better if she was possessed, because then you at least know to get the priest. It's a vicious cycle that never ends. I have moved every piece of furniture in my house to every floor at least twice, and quite frankly, I think I think my furniture is getting tired of it. Every time I walk into a room, I can feel it shudder. If I put something down on the coffee table, it screams, "Ah!" Oh, okay, I'll quit here.
Thank you.
Good job.
I guess I got a lot more to go, but yeah.
That was good. It definitely sounds like it's maybe the 2 of you are having a nervous breakdown. I thought you could maybe take the side as you're like, so your point of view is you're looking at your wife like descent into madness, and like, I thought that you could also look at it from the point of view of like, in like a really sarcastic or like carefree way, saying like, oh, I'm happy just with like my cheap chairs, and just like really like make it sound like you just live in like the most awful conditions, and she's being crazy for wanting to change it, but it's justified. I don't know if I'm getting my thing across. Like, I think that could be like
put myself in an imaginary land. No,
this is not true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like if you're making her sound crazy, but then like you make it a reveal that it's actually like your house is awful. Like, this is all justified what she's doing. Also, I thought it'd be funny at the end if you lost your job because you're renovating too much and you can't go to work anymore.
Okay.
Maybe maybe you asked the priest to come over, but you guys ended up redoing the floor together, or putting up gyps because you need 2 people to do that. But other than that, that's it. That was good. Eleanor, what did you think?
I liked it. I could see that you had a lot more.
Yeah. So what Victoria was saying was in the last part there.
Yeah. Okay? So there was a part where you're saying your friend calls you.
Yeah.
I can just add your friend calls you on the 31st and it's moving day, and you know why he's calling you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the 3-step process, you can kind of title it "How to Test Your Husband's Limits." Also, in the revampatitis symptoms, you can say like glitter is involved. Stuff will get glammed up. Glitter, like let's put glitter on it.
Let's put glitter on it.
And then another stage is like the Instagram session where like now everything has to be pictured and documented for the Instagram and stuff.
Oh, and then the Instagram. Oh, okay, yeah, and we're
Yes.
followed around by this Instagram camera all the time. Yeah. Glam or whatever.
Exactly. Look at a friend of mine does this with food, and he's a man, and he's also a photographer, so he likes to like cook it and make it look. I'm like, let's eat. I'm not gonna. Never mind. Another thing you were saying, if God was a man, if God now was like a woman, and you're saying like everything's gonna get revamped. So like dinosaurs are getting revamped now too. They're coming back.
Oh, they're coming back. Dinosaurs are coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all I had.
We got some old bones knocking around here somewhere. There we are, Brachiosaurus.
What about you, AJ?
I thought that was great. Yeah, I love this. I can tell you feel very passionately about it, about this, all this revamping, and so that's a good sign. Yeah, definitely keep writing on this. It's very fun. I liked. I just had this thought of your wife's and your friends too. Like a lot of people's wives' Pinterest boards essentially being a husband's to-do list.
Yeah.
And I feel like you could do something with that where I don't know, there could be a punch somewhere in there, or you could have a scenario where you start following your wife on Pinterest because you want to know what your calendar is going to look like for the next few months.
Yeah.
Or your buddy can ask you if you're free to go on a trip this summer, and you'll be like, I don't know, let me check my wife's Pinterest board. It's funny that she's making you do the stuff that she's seeing online. But you don't ask her to do the stuff you're looking at websites late at night. And then I liked when you brought in God. I just had the line in my head of God didn't ask his family to revamp anything, and his son was a carpenter.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, very good stuff.
I really like the Pornhub and Pinterest comparison. I know you didn't say Pornhub, but I
wrote that in my notes. I said Pornhub stream is the wife's to-do list. Yeah.
And I thought you could do a parallel of you're well, I have a playlist on Pornhub because on Pinterest you have boards. I thought there would be a I don't know.
Yeah, good. She's like, hey, I want you to see my Pinterest board. Well, okay, well let me pull up my Pornhub playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really funny.
I was also thinking just on the same note, ZJ. While we're still on the topic, maybe put in her Pinterest board stuff leave your husband alone with a cold beer.
Yeah. Paint it really nice on an aged wooden panel, and try to sneak it in there. That's funny.
You've learned to do graphic design. You're going to night graphic design school just so you can be
influencer Pinterest board so that I can get a break. Oh, that's good.
top 10 things to do this fall. You know, give your husband a break. Give your husband some space.
Let him pick the decorating.
Yeah. Someone said some people call her my wife. I like to call her my general contractor. That's really funny. That was probably Yoshi as well.
That was Yoshi, yeah.
It was. All right. She told me about a Pinterest board, and then I had to put it together. That's funny. All right. This is the portion of the show where we're going to start working on our own material. So we're going to keep the same lineup, if that's okay with everyone. Yeah. And then there was someone else that was supposed to come in tonight, Chip. She said she's running late. We'll see. We'll see if she shows up. All right. So I'm going to be doing my material now. I recently moved. And I was asked to get insurance for all my stuff, which I don't understand why. I don't have anything that's worth anything. I tried selling my laptop at the pawn shop, but they wouldn't take it. So I don't know what someone would do with these things. I think if the thing that I own that's worth the most is probably my groceries. My groceries are worth the most, and that's because I'm vegan. I think that in total, if I sold every single thing that I own, I'd probably make $200, and then I would probably lose $25 making lemonade because no one would buy it from me because I'm a creepy adult who smells like soup and drinks from the pitcher. Also, I know $25 is a lot, but I'm not really good with money. Anyways, I recently got a gun. I got a gun permit recently. I still don't have a driver's license though, but I mean, it's so complicated to get the license and like the tests you have to do and the classes are expensive. Then you have to buy insurance and everything. I'd rather just take the bus and own a gun, honestly. And plus, the bus driver really likes my gun. It's a little known fact. Bus drivers love guns, big fans. Whenever I show my bus driver my gun, he lets me in for free. And last week I got a free bus. So I went to the club with my gun to try to hit on people. And I sat down at the bar next to this guy. I showed him my gun and I was like, "Aren't you gonna buy me a drink?" And he bought me a drink. He didn't take his eyes off of the gun the whole time. I was like, "Eyes up here, mister." And then when I left, he went over to see his friends. He was so excited. He was like, "She's got a gun. She's got a gun." The whole club was like super excited for my gun. I'll tell you who doesn't like guns though, cops, which I think is a little hypocrite because they have guns, but maybe they're just jealous because mine's bedazzled. Anyways, now I go to therapy, go to mandatory therapy. I can't go there, so I do it on Zoom. I do Zoom therapy, which I love because I could just, whenever my therapist is giving me feedback or whatever, I could just go off screen and then I could just sneak some beers and she doesn't even know. It's great. It's amazing. Then I really open up about my childhood. And I would say the only thing better is those Zoom AA meetings, those mandatory AA meetings I have to go to. Those are so much better when you're drunk. Those party stories they tell, so much more relatable. That's it. That's all I have for today.
Nice.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
Thanks.
This was like, I don't know how many times you've done this set before, but it was like complete, like the timing was there, the flow was there, your voice was there. It was entertaining. It was funny. It was like nothing was choppy. You were in it. You were in it.
Thanks. was very nice.
That was really good. I was gonna say maybe like when the guy looks at you at the gun at the bar, maybe like put a line in front that you were thinking he was looking at your butt, because that's where the gun
right.
was, and then
Yeah.
afterwards, that's the one thing I had to add. I really like the bus. Like then I got a free bus. That was like that.
Thank you. EJ, what did you think?
That was fantastic. I like that a lot. So many good lines. I really liked. I really liked. I'd rather take the bus and own a gun. I loved the free bus line. I loved the eyes up here. I loved the she's got a gun. She's got a gun. Everyone was excited. I feel like you could. I like the idea of thinking about you having vegan groceries. I don't have any lines for you, but I feel like you could do more with it. It's like you've got these rare. I feel like they're rare and hard to get, and so there's some value to those. The idea of insuring a bunch of stuff that's worthless is also funny. Just a funny premise. I love the Zoom AA meetings. I just had a line there that you could maybe sneak in before the fun drunk stories, where you could say, "I love doing AA through Zoom. It saves me from drinking and driving." I think that's all I had.
Thank you. What about you, Kurt? What did you think?
I think I might have seen you do this before, and when you were saying that you got a gun, and then I was just like, and you're talking about cars, like, oh, she should talk about how she gets free stuff all the time with her gun, and then I was just like, oh, this must have been the person that I watched earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good. There's a part there. Where is it? At the beginning. It was somewhere where you could have gone somewhere more exploring it, like into insurance and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I forget. It seemed like the beginning had a bit of a. It's like you're looking for something to talk about a little bit, and then you got into the gun thing, and then the part where it's like, I don't know. I guess make the. I forget most of what was said at the beginning. My short term isn't that great, but it just get it smoother than what my speech is. This is awful. I don't know. Blah 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 blah. You hang around kids all day. I can't make a complete sentence anymore. I sound like the American president.
At the beginning I was talking about insurance, and then how like my groceries are the thing that's worth the most, and how about how I can't pound my stuff at the pawn shop. I can't sell my stuff at the pawn shop because it's worthless pile of garbage.
Oh, selling stuff at the pawn shop. Yeah, you have a lot of material you could work into just for those three things. Like, there's a lot of funny things at pawn shops. Like, maybe like that's how you got your gun, is that you bought it at a pawn shop or something, or you lost it and you bought it again there, or some, or one of the people is looking at your gun because they recognize it because it got stolen from them. It's just like a little thing that was mentioned back then, and then it's like. It's brought up later. That's usually a good little punch.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's true. I could do a. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was also funny to think. Oh, sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Go ahead.
Yeah, keep going.
I was saying that's all I have.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say I forgot the idea of you selling lemonade as an adult was also stuck out to me as funny, and I was trying to think of lines there, but I couldn't think of anything that didn't sound kind of creepy or mean to the kids. But I don't know, just the idea of you out.
They don't go to open mics. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like you know, you could talk about how well you would do selling lemonade on your street, and how how much hotter you are than the 5-year-old kid next door or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I just
You get
start
arrested
roasting
selling
the
lemonade.
kid like I'm so much better than them.
Yeah, you can mock them. They don't know anything about pricing or supply and demand or whatever.
They can't even cut their own lemons. What a bunch of losers.
Right. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
All right. Does anybody else have anything else to say before we move on?
Yes, I also like the way that you delivered the when they're all in the club and it's like she's got a gun.
Yeah.
But just your tone, it didn't like the funny part was like your tone with what you were talking about. Like the content didn't match the tone, and for some reason it was funny. It was like she got all you were saying it like calm, like he went over to his friends and he said like all excited, she's got like a gun. And it was very calm and like I like that. And I like the I drink from the pitcher part of the lemonade. That was good too.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
We're gonna move on to the next comedian, which is Elner. Elner, are you ready?
Ready? I got maybe a couple of seconds of garbage, but we'll see.
Garbage is perfect.
Okay, so I'm gonna tie both things, basically like the fork on the road thing that I was talking about earlier. Another thing that made me associate with the fork on the road is I had a background in finance, and whatever is happening now with GameStop and all that kind of stuff. Basically, trading options and trading stocks is the way you draw it out. It looks like little forks. So I was gonna thinking about this stock game, and then I said, okay, people are gonna have a hard time thinking about stocks in that way. So let me explain it in a more easier way, I guess, to understand. So having a short position is something that they do all the time. It's basically like choking somebody with really weak hands. So your hands are really, really weak, and you're slowly over time choking that stock until it reaches zero life. It's basically like you're getting choked by a really weak woman, or like, somebody or like a weighted blanket, or maybe even like a vegan hipster, something like that, something that's going to take a while to choke you. So this is what normally like the hedge funds people do. So basically hedging is it's not like trees hedging the bush, because basically hedging your bush is basically you cutting off some branches in order to give it more life. Hedging on the stock market is different. It's basically you have one plant that's going to grow this way, and you have another plant that's going to grow another way, and eventually they're going to kill each other. But you're going to water them both and just see whoever going to kill each other first is going to get a little bit of an edge on you. And that edge is where you make your money, that little edge at the end. But a lot of stuff gets killed. What happened with GameStop is it was a nuisance to me, but it wasn't anything new. It's basically like the same transaction, only reversed, and the choke is much faster now. So imagine you're getting choked by, a pro fighter, or, your ex-girlfriend, or, somebody that has real anger towards you, or maybe an 800-pound gorilla, which might be your ex-girlfriend. Yeah, that's everything.
Thank you. That was good.
Cool.
I really like that. I haven't heard jokes about the stock market yet.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy you did that. The getting choked by a vegan hipster, that line was funny, and you did like the crescendo thing. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I was thinking like it's like getting choked by someone who's not into it at first, but then they really get into it.
That's actually perfect. That's a perfect analogy.
But other than that, I don't really have any other feedback for you. But that was good. What about you, EJ? What did you think?
Yeah, I like this. This is another thing that you're clearly into, and so that's always fun when someone's making jokes about something they've got a lot of passion and knowledge about. The crescendoing examples of weak people, I had the thought of it would just be funny, especially just because it's I don't know. It's not even a callback, but a reference to the GameStop thing. It'd be like after a vegan hipster, a Redditor.
Okay.
Yeah. And oh, I had come back to me. I was thinking of something for a little later.
Okay.
That's cool. Finance stuff gets people, stumped all the time. I know.
Yeah, it's difficult because you need to put it in terms that people understand. But what about you, Kurt? What did you think? Did you hear it?
I had to get up to get something. I missed it, but I heard 800. I heard the stock market at the beginning, and then 800-pound gorilla at the end, and choked by a hipster. I'm like, okay, like the feedback about the hipster. I'm like, well, that sounds like it would have been really funny. What was the part about the 800-pound gorilla?
It's basically like at the beginning you're getting choked by a weak hipster, and at the end you're getting choked by the gorilla.
Oh, it builds up. Oh, the crescendo. Yes. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay. Yeah. If I heard more, I would have some feedback. But that sounds. I like that build up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could make the gorilla Harambe, and the guy who shoots Harambe, the Redditors.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I was trying to think of when you got to the gorilla. See, I don't know what works because I don't actually know. I don't understand any of this stuff. But when the gorilla's choking the person, like the person's clearly already dead because the gorilla's really strong. And it just felt like, I don't know. It seemed to me that people were jumping on the GameStop thing and it was already over and done with. That they like jumped on it too late. So I was trying to think of a connection to the metaphor of like it's a gorilla. It's dead already. Like your choking is not doing anything anymore. But in a way that actually makes sense, if that actually makes sense.
Yeah, there's a whole game to play around because it does. When you're thinking about it, and you're knowing what's going on, it's a fucking mental game to just assemble those transactions in your head, and then you're like, okay, now I have to also remember how the logic of the transaction works, and then how the logic of the analogy works, and it's rough.
Yeah. But that was good. Does anybody else have any other feedback? No? All right. We're going to move on to EJ. EJ, are you ready?
Yeah. You
have to say yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I've just got just a couple of new bits. So this might not take long. All right. So, okay, so I noticed polyamory is picking up steam. Like, there's a growing number of people not into monogamous romantic relationships. Meanwhile, lots of brand loyalty. My polyamorous friend was like, "Look, I'm just too complex to have all my needs met by one person. He only eats Taco Bell." And honestly, I'm not that much better. My marriage was supposed to last forever. It only lasted 10 years, and I've been a Costco member for 17. I divorced the mother of my children. Won't even look at a Sam's Club. Now, I was very committed to both my wife and Costco. Only one of them, only one of those two stopped greeting me when I walked into the door. All right, and then this is I'm actually okay. Here's something I'm working on from the last time I did the workshop. Okay, so I had fruits and vegetables last time. All right, so upon the recommendation of my doctor, I started buying more fruits and vegetables. Unfortunately, he didn't tell me to stop buying other food that tastes way better. Yeah, to eat my vegetables, I need to psych myself up for about a week, and they go bad in 4 days. Why don't we take the preservatives out of the junk food and put them in the vegetables? Because honestly, I opened the bag of Cheetos on the way home. Like, why do those have a 90-day shelf life? They never make it to the shelf. Vegetables aren't even trying to impress you. You have to wash them. Vegetables are bad guests when they'll occasionally arrive at the party. Like, can I come in? I showered 3 times. Also, way too many steps with vegetables. You got to wash, prep, season. Why do I feel like I picked my broccoli up from IKEA? I've been buying fruit also. I'm grateful that when bananas get old, you can extend their lives by putting them in banana bread. I feel like I'm putting Han Solo in carbonite. The banana's just in the loaf, like, and banana bread's great. It's an easy out when you're bad about eating your produce. My friend noticed my aging fruit bowl, and I'm like, oh no, those aren't going bad. I'm saving those for grape bread. Oh, that over there, no, that's not moldy. I did that on purpose so I can bake some bread. All right, that's all I got.
Nice.
Thank you. I heard your veggie jokes before. The polyamory joke, like lots of polyamory, not much. And then you said like lots of brand loyalty. That was amazing. That was gold. That line is gold. You should say it exactly like that every time.
Awesome.
And then I thought, I don't know if that's your type of like persona or whatever, but like your wife should have gotten a better PR. Maybe if she had fidelity points or something. I don't know. Like she doesn't give Costco. I don't know what you get with your Costco card. Costco points or.
Yeah, I like that.
Or maybe you could be like she only buys the small tubs of hummus, and I wish like the big. I don't know. And then your banana bread thing, that was really funny. And with the Han Solo thing, and I thought maybe you could go in the direction of like, if I don't eat my banana, I'm rewarded with like cake, which is what banana bread is.
Oh, that's a funny take.
So that's but that's all I have to say. That was very good. Eleanor, what did you think?
I loved it. I thought it was very, very funny. I had a couple of things to add, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, when you're saying that the relationship lasted longer with the Costco, you can also add on to it. Well, I came to the relationship with the Costco card, and I left the relationship with my Costco card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with vegetables going bad, you can say, well, my next thing is pickling, but all the videos I see online are of hipsters and it's hard to watch. Like, something like that. And then the stuff going moldy and stuff, you can be like, oh, now I have artisanal cheese.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's good. What about you, Kurt? What did you think?
The part where you said the doctor told me to start buying vegetables. I thought you were going to go into a thing about how you were buying them but just not eating them. So it's like I was thinking like, oh, like you're buying them and putting them on your shelf. It's like, how is this supposed to help me? I might as well get fake fruits or something like that. I was thinking it's like I need step-by-step directions.
It's like crystals.
Yeah, it's just that he's telling me to buy this fruit and it's going bad on my shelf.
I like that.
And then as you were getting into it, I was typing out different fruit breads. When you mentioned banana bread, and it's like, oh, I'm doing it with my apples. Now I'm making when my apples go moldy, I'm making an apple bread. And then you're already getting into that with other fruits. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind, he's got that covered. But yeah, that was pretty good.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, very helpful.
Someone said here, brand loyalty. I know people that won't switch to Pepsi, but they'll down Coke Zero, Diet Coke, and Coca-Cola. That's good. All right. If no one has any other feedback, we're going to move on to the next comedian. Good. Kurt, are you ready?
I am ready. And it is... Okay, no, I lost my spot. I am not ready. I'll be back in the training. Okay, it's a to be continued of what I had started.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so I moved every piece of furniture at least twice because of my wife to every floor in the house. Quite frankly, I can feel. I think my furniture is getting tired of it. Every time I walk into a room, I can feel it shudder. If I put something on the coffee table, it screams, "Ah! What was that?" It was the coffee table. It's distressed. She's like, I know, I did it. She's a psycho. She takes her perfectly good furniture, strips it naked, and makes it look like a disappointment from Storage Wars. My furniture is going to be wanting a safe place soon, I'm pretty sure. I won't be allowed in the living room because they're going to be talking about how they're going to one day escape this crazy house. CPS has already threatened to take them away. Chesterfield Protective Services. You know, they invented distressed furniture to either rub in the fact that you're going to drop it anyways, or to let you know that someone else is distressed with you during this process. It wasn't because it looked good. You want to look homeless in your home? Have I got the dresser for you? Have kids? Already busted. It can only get better. We'll even throw in a pair of distressed jeans for free. So you can look homeless outside of your homeless home. Man, the person who came up with distressed furniture is a real sick puppy, let me tell you. They find a chair out by the curb. What a beautiful chair sitting all alone. He picks it up. The chair is hopeful at this point, but then he brings it back to the guy brings it to his back shed instead of into his house. Let me tell you what I'm going to do to you now. At this point, the chair is quaking, surrounded by torture devices on all sides. Flashbacks to Saplinghood. We're going to get started with a little fire. Ah! You know, they're the kind of person that tied firecrackers to their neighbor's cat to make splash art in their driveway. What are you doing? It's art. It's my cat. Want to buy a splash painting? Okay. You can tell a lot about people how they decorate. If they do modern art, they probably like order, clean things, have are friendly, but never have anyone over. Old-fashioned furniture, they're probably eclectic, like to have people over, but won't let you sit on any of their furniture without plastic on it. Distressed furniture, the room is arranged different every other day, indecisive, with people coming over asking if they've seen their cat, and then they're offering them splash art. That's it.
Nice.
Thank you. That was good. Your furniture is getting tired of it, and I thought it could burst into song like the Beauty and the Beast. There's probably puns you can do in there with Beauty and the Beast songs. I haven't looked them up though.
Oh yeah, because all the furniture is singing. I haven't seen that movie since I was like 7 or something. Have to watch it again now in my 30s.
Yeah. The splash art thing was very disturbing. But it was good. Someone said, you want this dress? How about this dresser from Goodwill? Now it won't make it to my will. Good. All right. I don't really have any other criticism to give you. What about you, Elner? What did you think?
I liked it. I know towards the end, I think you just had like really long sentences where it was written out because you were getting winded in the sentences.
Oh,
just at the end.
Yeah, I hadn't really. I had written that stuff out, but I hadn't really like practiced it yet.
Yeah.
I hadn't got to that part, so I just kind of like read it for the first time out loud now.
Yeah. I like when the furniture is yelling. When you come into the room, you can be yelling like, "Not again!"
Not again!
Yeah.
What's that groaning? Is that the floors? No, that's the furniture.
Then when the guy finds the chair outside and brings it in, after the sapling hood joke, It can be like the torture devices that you turned out that the guy's a whittler or something like that. He's gonna like make it all like nice.
I know what you
Or,
did to my cousins.
My brother did this to me. I had like a thing that I whittled, and he took like what's it called? A soldering thing, and he
Okay,
like
like
painted it on top of it. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically burnt it like
Oh, okay.
tattoo
Yeah.
burned
Oh,
it basically.
I see. Okay.
I was gonna say solder burns. But...
Yeah. So something like that. That's it. Yeah, that's everything.
What about you, EJ? What did you think?
This was great. Yeah, I love that you had a lot more on the revamping. It's cool that you've tackled this from every angle. That's awesome. I love the anthropomorphizing the furniture, and they're getting tired of it. Great angle. I had the thought of like your couch started posting itself on Craigslist. And you can feel like it's desperate. I looked at the pictures, no slipcover. And then I love the Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, Victoria's connection.
Yeah.
It could be like they're turning on us. I caught the armoire watching Beauty and the Beast battle scene for inspiration. Yeah, really. Yeah, just really fun premise.
Okay, yeah, no, that's I love that feedback. Couch posting it could, yeah, like it could be like a whole, that could be another bit all on its own right there. It just like all the furniture finding ways to escape. It's like trying to escape on. Yeah, I like that. Escape on Craigslist, or it's like no, it's trying to zone out watching Beauty and the Beast, try and learn fight moves.
Yes.
That's really good. That's good. I like that. Okay, thank you.
All right. That was so quick. It's like it's only been an hour, 11 minutes.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually I go over 2 hours.
Right.
So.
Crazy.
Damn.
I mean, it was good. We all had feedback for everybody. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. And there was 4 of us, and there's normal. Like
4 of us.
it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good, I guess. All right. So this is the part where
Yoshi's firing on all cylinders in this.
Vicious down
in
there.
this
the furniture becomes Kevin from Home Alone. That's really good. That's amazing. Yeah, this is the part of the show where you get to promote any social media you have, any podcast, any show you have coming up. Elner, do you have anything?
Nothing. See me at future workshops.
Okay, that's good. What about you, EJ?
I can't think of anything coming up, but always appreciate a follow. If you're a comic, I'll probably follow you back on every platform. My handle's right there, EJ Masticampo, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, wherever. Yeah,
That's good. What about you, Kurt?
I gotta clean up my stuff, but you can find me at The Only Thing on TikTok. I haven't made any TikTok videos in a long time though, but I did make a thermos rocket that shot 100 feet in the air, so that's pretty cool.
Thermos rocket?
Yeah, thermos. It's just this baking soda and vinegar in a thermos, and
Sounds like you
awesome.
made a bomb.
I'm like blowing up some steam.
I got some transferable skills.
put that on the ISIS resume.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm on The Only Thing on TikTok, and then I have my Facebook profile. You can probably find it if you click it, my picture in here. And then on YouTube, I have my first ever stand-up routine from 2 years ago. You can find it under my name, Curtis Russell, and the bit I called it "Masks Are Bad" because I had a bit back then about how masks had a bad image, and then I'm trying to start a show called Last Week's Coffee, where you just look at the news in a satirical way and have some guests and stuff like that. I haven't started up, but I made a channel, but I haven't got anything underway yet. That's about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
As for me, you can find me on Instagram at Victoria for Days. There's no Z, there's no letters or anything. It's just Victoria for Days. I also do a trivia night every Thursday. It's called Victoria and Claudio's Movie Trivia Night. You can win a magnet. It's a lot of fun. And we're doing Black History Month this month. So next Thursday is Spike Lee. And on Sundays, I do the Dirty Four podcast. So it's me and 3 other very dirty, very crass comedians. We usually have a guest on. It's 2 hours long. So like if you're not into vulgar stuff, you're not going to want to tune in to that particular thing. What else do I have? This Sunday, I'm doing Luke Lindale Does Your Jokes. So that's, you should look out for that. It's really fun. It's just like I do my set and then Luke comes right after and does my set from what he can remember. It's a really fun premise.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. But that's everything. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah, this was great.
Yes, this was great.
Yeah, it was good. Good meeting you two, and Victoria, you'll be missed.
Oh man, this is hard. You guys couldn't have sucked tonight or something. Like
but you'll be back.
Done really racist jokes. It would have helped me a lot in my journey.
We tried.
Wait, you're the one that's leaving, I guess. Are you leaving Facebook platform or are you
No.
Oh, okay.
Just not hosting the workshop for a while.
Not hosting the workshop. Okay, that's what I get. I thought you were like leaving the page or something. But okay.
No. I'm just not hosting the workshop anymore. Because I have to focus on school and.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man.
That's fine.
I have a disease. I'm like trying to find other shows to fill the void. And I'm like, Victoria, stop. You're supposed to be studying.
You're doing a lot. Yeah. Wow.
School won't last forever. It'll be over.
Yeah. And then I can have a career.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say goodnight to everyone watching and thank you for coming. I'll see you around. Bye.